he's taken the top line there, hasn't he, Steve?
Yeah.
And then through this bog.
Not too bad.
He's made that look very easy, hasn't he?
He has made that look very easy.
What's the best technique of riding through something like this, Steve? Because it looks like he was quite on the back wheel rather than over the front.
Exactly. I mean, he was trying to take a little bit of weight off of the front wheel so that when it got to the tree root in the middle there, the front wheel was going to be nice and light to go over, and he didn't have to lift the front wheel at all. And the weight, obviously, over the back as well. You put in the weight onto the back wheel, you get the maximum amount of traction from that. And what you've got here that's difficult is you've got to come up a bank and then sort yourself out immediately on the top. But obviously, when he's got on the top, it's all happened a bit too quick, and unfortunately, he was standing on the back brake at the same time, so it was difficult for the bike to move off. And then a little bit too slow through the bog as well, but not bad. Let's remember it's his first trial.
How long have you been involved in trials riding?
Oh, for 30 years.
So, I mean, when did the sport start then? No offence, but we're going back quite a bit then, aren't we?
You're going back before my time, but I should say that people have been competing in one shape or another since the invention of the motorcycle. And it wasn't really until later in the 50s, early 60s, where manufacturers started really producing a trials bike specifically for the sport. Then, you know, everybody's heard of Sammy Miller. Well, he was the man really who did convert the sport.
Well, he made that look fairly painless, didn't he?
He did.
Is that the same section I'm taking?
No, it's not. He's actually on the middle route, and you're on the beginner's route, so you don't go around there.
I don't go around the log, basically?
No.
All right. Looking at it, it does look fairly easy, but when you get in there, I found I had to put a foot down there. It was a bit slippy, and it can be quite frustrating, Steve, quite quickly, can't it?
You know, don't be too hard on yourself. But of course, when you're actually looking at something like that as well, you're looking at it, and you're not able to actually judge your speed, so it's not doing very much for your confidence at the moment. And of course, when you're not that confident, you're not relaxed, and you're not doing what you know you should be doing.
Alex, how long have you been riding?
About 5 or 6 years.
And how old are you now?
About 9.
You're about 9 years of age?
Yeah.
Brilliant. What is it about the trials riding that you like?
The wind.
You like the wind, do you?
And the wet.
You like the dirt, do you?
Yeah, a bit.
Do you find it quite difficult?
No, I find it quite easy and difficult, but something like today is almost like ice. A little kid on a little bike, you know. Not going to be really nice sort of cup of tea, really.
So have you got any tips for me for riding today?
Yes, I have actually. There's like smooth throttle control, bending your knees when you're going up streams and rocky kind of streams and that. When you come to big banks, you've got to go really smooth.
Really smooth, so smooth's the order of the day today,
Yeah.
is it? Well, thanks for the tip, Alex. John, you're one of the youngest riders here today. How long have you actually been involved in the sport?
Actually, just over 40 years now.
Do you think that because of the technology, that the courses have changed that much?
They have, but recently the old-fashioned rules have been reintroduced where it's not possible to actually become stationary on the bike in a section. You lose marks for that, so it's gone back to the old rules, which suits me right down to the ground.
So really, I mean, for anybody can just literally get into this sport really simply, isn't it?
Yep. Yep, it is quite simple. It is an initial expense, but you know, bear in mind that a trials bike does not depreciate as much as even a road bike if it's looked after. I mean, you can spend £1,000 on a used 2, 3, 4-year-old bike, and you ride it for a year and probably get £900 for it, as long as you put the broken bits back on, like the lever that I've broken today.
And literally, then it's a helmet, a pair of gloves, a boots.
Yep.
And that's it, isn't it?
And away you go. Yeah.
Now, you've got quite a famous father. Was he the sort of motivation to get you into trials riding?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. He was 3 times world champion in 76, 7 and 8. So he pretty much got me into it.
And do you think you have to be a particular animal to do this sport? You know, quite a level-headed sort of character?
Definitely. I think 95% psychological at the top levels. You have to be brave, and you have to have good concentration. There's lots of psychological elements in it.
Now, Steve, these sections, they're slowly, as all the guys keep going over, they're getting a bit more chopped up, and it's getting quite difficult. What about this section here, Steve? This looks difficult to me.
Well, this is by far the most difficult challenge I've had so far. This just because it's got loads of rocks in it, it's very narrow, it's got a few tree roots and things in it. It is hard just by its nature, really. And there is no, you know, they can't send you an easy way because there just isn't one. So you're going to have a bit of fun on this anyway. But what you've got to remember is just, you know, a nice bit of determination. Keep the bike going forwards, and you shouldn't be too bad, to be honest.
I'm knackered. It's amazing how strenuous it is. If you can get through the sections cleanly, then physically you're okay. But every section I've had to drag the bike out of something, and it's very, very physical. And I have to say, I am knackered. Here we go, never-ending push. Well, there you have it, trials riding. This wasn't really a discipline I was actually looking forward to be truthful, but having spent a day doing this event, it really has been an education. Even the average riders, their skill level is phenomenal. And physically, I'm absolutely knackered and ready for a hot bath.